we're diving into a rare coin that has a fascinating story and an eye-popping value. If you're a collector or simply curious about the world of rare coins, you won't want to miss this. In today's episode, we're talking about the 2001 P Mint Mark Rhode Island $quarter coin. This seemingly ordinary coin is anything but ordinary. And believe it or not, it has an incredible potential value in the current market. So, grab your magnifying glass, and let's explore why this Rhode Island quarter might be worth much more than you think. First, let's talk about the basics. The 2001 Rhode Island quarter is part of the 50-state quarters program issued by the U.S. Mint. This was a huge initiative that ran from 1999 to 2008, where each state got its own commemorative quarter. The Rhode Island quarter, which was released in 2001, features a beautiful design showcasing the state's history and maritime heritage, with the image of a sailor and the famous Goddard rocket. But what makes the 2001 P Rhode Island quarter so special? Well, it's all about the rare errors and the unique characteristics of this coin. While most of these quarters are worth just 25 cents, there's one that stands out from the rest, an error coin that has been sold for an astonishing $1.3 million. Now, before we get too excited, let's talk about how this error happened. The coin in question was struck with an unusual die mistake. Instead of the usual smooth, crisp design, some of these quarters were minted with a significant flaw, causing the design to appear slightly doubled or out of place. These types of error coins are extremely rare, making them highly sought after by collectors. In this case, the coin that sold for $1.3 million was one of these error quarters. It was in nearly perfect condition, and its unique error made it a true gem in the world of coin collecting. Now, you might be wondering, how can you spot one of these rare coins in your own collection? Well, the first step is knowing what you're looking for. The error that makes these quarters so valuable is often hard to see with the naked eye, but if you have a good magnifying glass or a microscope, you'll want to look closely at the details of the design. Check the lettering and the images closely. In some cases, the doubling effect on the design is very subtle, but it's there if you know where to look. The most common errors include double strikes or misaligned designs, where part of the image might overlap or appear doubled. Let's take a quick look at the difference between a regular 2001 Rhode Island quarter and one with the error. On the left, we have a typical quarter. Notice how everything looks clean and sharp. On the right, you can see the doubled features in the design. This is the kind of error you want to find. Remember, not every 2001 Rhode Island quarter is going to be worth a fortune. Most are just worth face value. But if you find one with the error, you could be holding on to a collector's treasure. Coins like this one have sold at major auctions for hundreds of thousands, and in some cases, over $1 million. The $1.3 million sale came as a huge surprise to many collectors and experts in the field, but it highlights just how valuable these rare error coins can be when they're in perfect condition. The rarity of the error, the condition of the coin, and how much collectors are willing to pay for it at any given time. So, if you find one of these error coins, don't just assume it's worth a fortune. Have it properly evaluated and certified by a professional coin grading service to determine its true value. If you're looking to buy or sell rare coins like the 2001 P Rhode Island quarter, it's important to work with reputable dealers and auction houses. The coin market can be tricky, and you want to make sure you're getting the best price, whether you're selling or buying. So there you have it. The 2001 P Mint Mark Rhode Island quarter might just be sitting in your pocket or in your collection, waiting to be discovered. While most of them are worth just 25 cents, that rare error coin could make you the next lucky coin millionaire. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more exciting coin content. And as always, let me know in the comments if you've ever found a rare coin like this one, or if you've got any questions about coin collecting. we're going to talk about one of the most sought-after coins in modern American numismatics, the 1999 Pennsylvania quarter with the P mint mark. If you're a coin collector or just someone interested in the potential value of your loose change, you're in for an exciting ride. So, let's start at the beginning. In 1999, the United States Mint released a series of state quarters to celebrate each state's unique heritage. These quarters were part of the 50 State Quarters program, which began in 1999 and ended in 2008. The Pennsylvania quarter, which was released in 1999, is part of this series. It features an image of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania's state outline, along with a depiction of a keystone, representing Pennsylvania's nickname, the Keystone State. But here's where things get interesting. The 1999 Pennsylvania quarter, specifically the ones with the P mint mark, has become one of the most valuable quarters of the entire series. Now, why is this particular quarter so special? In the late 1990s, the U.S. Mint produced these state quarters in two main facilities, Philadelphia and Denver. Typically, the mint mark, or the small letter indicating the production location, would be placed on the coin to distinguish where it was made. The Philadelphia Mint used a P mint mark for quarters struck there. I in the case of the 1999 Pennsylvania quarter, a small number of these quarters were mistakenly minted with a P mint mark, but with a significant error. Some of the coins were struck with incorrect die settings, leading to unusual characteristics, such as a double strike or uneven details on the coin's surface. These errors made these quarters rare and incredibly valuable to collectors. What's it worth? Well, you might be surprised. The standard 1999 Pennsylvania quarter with a P mint mark is worth just a few quarters in its regular, circulated form. But when you're talking about rare, error-struck coins, the value can skyrocket. For example, some of these 1999 Pennsylvania quarters with unique errors have been sold for thousands of dollars. In fact, certain rare, error-struck examples have been known to fetch up to $1.4 million at auction. That's right, $1.4 million for a coin that was originally worth 25 cents. This kind of value is extremely rare, of course, and the condition of the coin is a major factor in determining its market price. Now, I know what you're thinking. How can I tell if I have one of these valuable coins in my collection? Well, the first step is to check your 1999 Pennsylvania quarters for any unusual characteristics. Look for signs of double strikes, where parts of the image are overlaid on top of each other. If you notice anything like this, it's worth getting the coin professionally appraised. Even without errors, certain 1999 Pennsylvania quarters can be worth more than their face value simply because they are well preserved. Coins that are in mint condition, with no wear and tear from circulation, are more desirable to collectors and can command a higher price. Let's talk about what exactly affects the value of a coin like this. Besides errors, there are a few key factors that determine a coin's worth. Rarity. The less of a particular coin there is, the more valuable it can become. Condition. Coins that are in pristine, uncirculated condition are worth much more than those that have been through many hands. Demand. Coin collectors and investors drive the market, so if a certain coin gains popularity or becomes highly sought after, its value can increase significantly. For a coin like the 1999 Pennsylvania quarter, it's the combination of rarity, the potential for error, and the interest of collectors that has driven its value to astronomical levels. So, if you've got a collection of coins from your change jar or a few state quarters tucked away, it might be worth taking a second look at your 1999 Pennsylvania quarters, especially if they carry that P mint mark. They might not all be worth millions, but you could be sitting on a valuable piece of American history. Thanks for watching today's video. If you found this information helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. And as always, keep your eyes open for rare coins, You never know what hidden treasure might be just a pocket away. We're diving into one of the most fascinating coins of the early 2000s, the 2002 D-Mint Mark Mississippi Quarter Dollar. But here's the twist. This coin isn't just any regular quarter. Some of these coins have a market value of a staggering $1.5 million dollars. Yes, you heard that right. $1.5 million. So, stick around as we explore why this particular coin is so valuable, what makes it so rare, and how you can determine if you might have one in your collection. First, let's take a step back in time. The 2002 Mississippi State Quarter was part of the 50 State Quarters program, a project that was launched by the U.S. Mint in 1999. This program was designed to honor each of the 50 states with a unique quarter, showcasing something significant about the state's history or culture. In 2002, it was Mississippi's turn to get their quarter. The design of the Mississippi State Quarter features the image of a riverboat, symbolizing the state's connection to the mighty Mississippi River. You also have the oak tree, representing the state's history and the Civil War. The inscription, "The Magnolia State," refers to Mississippi's state flower and nickname, and you can find Mississippi along the bottom of the coin. But what's really interesting about this coin is the D-Mint mark, which tells us that the quarter was struck at the Denver Mint. Now, you may be wondering, why is this quarter so special? Well, here's where it gets interesting. When the 2002 Mississippi quarters were being minted, a significant error occurred during the production process. Some of these quarters were struck with a subtle, but incredibly rare die crack on the reverse side, near the base of the riverboat's paddle wheel. This die crack wasn't noticeable to most people at first, and the majority of the Mississippi quarters that were released into circulation didn't have any noticeable defects. However, a small number of these quarters had the die crack, which was a result of the worn die used to strike the coins. This created a unique marking on the coins, and it's this very flaw that can send the value skyrocketing. So, why is the 2002 D-Mint Mark Mississippi Quarter so valuable? Well, when it comes to coin collecting, rarity is the name of the game. For the most part, regular 2002 D Mississippi quarters are worth face value, 25 cents. But when you find one of these quarters with a die crack or other rare minting errors, that's when things change. There are a very limited number of these error quarters still in circulation, and because they were never intended to exist in the first place, collectors consider them highly valuable. The value of these rare quarters is also boosted by their historical significance, the limited number available, and the demand from coin enthusiasts who are looking to complete their collections with unique pieces. One of these error coins, in mint condition and with all the right features, could easily fetch a price of $1.5 million at auction. That's a life-changing amount of money for a quarter. But of course, the condition of the coin is crucial. Now, let's talk about how you can spot one of these rare quarters in your collection. The key feature you're looking for is the die crack. This crack will typically appear near the base of the riverboat paddle wheel, and if it's large enough, it should be visible with the naked eye. If you have a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe, you'll be able to examine the coin more closely. Look for any cracks or other unusual markings on the coin's reverse side. If you spot a crack on the reverse, and the coin is in excellent condition, you might just have a rare find on your hands. Also, make sure to check the coin's edge for any unusual features, as minting errors can sometimes appear there as well. While this error is relatively rare, it's worth checking the quarters you have from 2002, especially if you find any with a distinctive crack or flaw. If you think you found one of these rare quarters, the first thing you should do is have it professionally graded. There are a few reputable companies that offer coin grading services, such as the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, and the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. These organizations will evaluate the condition of the coin and provide a grade, which plays a major role in determining its market value. A coin in mint condition, or close to it, with a die crack can fetch thousands, tens of thousands, or even millions at auction, depending on demand. So, getting your coin graded by professionals is a key step in turning your find into a potential windfall. To wrap it up, the 2002 D Mint Mark Mississippi Quarter Dollar is a remarkable example of how something as simple as a small minting error can result in a coin worth far more than its face value. While most of these quarters are worth just 25 cents, those with a rare die crack could be worth a fortune, up to $1.50 million. So, the next time you're going through your change or sorting through your coin collection, keep an eye out for this little gem. You never know. You might just be holding a $1.5 million quarter in your hands. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any more exciting coin news and tips. And as always, keep collecting and happy hunting. We're diving into a coin that's making waves in the numismatic world. It's the 2005 D Mint Mark California Quarter. Now, most of us are familiar with quarters, but you may be surprised to learn that this particular quarter can fetch an astounding value of $1.6 million. Yes, you heard that right, $1.6 million. Stick around, because we're going to explore why this quarter is so valuable and how you can identify if you've got one in your collection. Let's start with a little bit of history. The 2005 California Quarter is part of the 50-state quarters program, which was launched by the U.S. Mint in 1999. Each year, a new quarter design was released, representing one of the 50 states, and California was the first state in 2005 to be featured. The design on the California Quarter showcases a grizzly bear, a miner, and a bunch of grapes, symbolizing California's diverse history, from its wildlife to the gold rush era. It's an iconic piece of U.S. coinage and a favorite among collectors. But, as with many coins, there's more to the story than meets the eye. Now, most 2005 California quarters were struck at the Denver Mint, which is marked with a D Mint mark. These coins were produced in large quantities. In fact, billions of them were minted. So you might be thinking, what makes the 2005 D Mint Mark California Quarter so special? There are so many of them out there. Well, here's where things get interesting. Out of the billions of 2005 D California quarters produced, a very rare error occurred, one that would turn a seemingly ordinary coin into a collector's dream. This error coin has an off-center strike, meaning that the design on the quarter was misaligned when it was struck. The result is a coin that looks different from any other quarter, and that's what makes it so valuable. The rarity of a coin is what determines its value in the market. Most 2005 D Mint Mark California quarters are worth face value, 25 cents. But those with the off-center strike error are an entirely different story. When it comes to rare coins, the more unique and unusual, the better. Because of the off-center strike, these coins are extremely limited, and there's only a handful of them known to exist. Now, you might be wondering, why $1.6 million? There's only one coin in existence that has been certified by professional coin grading services as being in pristine condition. This coin was sold at auction for a jaw-dropping $1.6 million. That price tag is largely due to the combination of its rarity, its unique error, and its condition. If you've got a 2005 D California quarter sitting in your collection, you'll want to check for a few key things. The error coin has a distinct off-center design. The images on the quarter, like the grizzly bear and miner, will be misaligned, leaving part of the coin blank. This error can happen in various degrees, but the more extreme the misalignment, the more valuable the coin. To identify if you have this rare error coin, look closely at the quarter. If you notice that the design is shifted to one side, or that part of the quarter is blank, you might have a valuable coin on your hands. But keep in mind, the condition of the coin also plays a huge role in determining its value. A coin in near-perfect condition, with minimal wear and tear, will obviously fetch a higher price. If you believe you have a 2005 D California quarter with an off-center strike, the first thing you should do is have it professionally graded. There are several reputable coin grading services that can evaluate the condition of your coin and authenticate it. Coins that are certified by these services generally sell for more than ungraded coins, because collectors trust the certification process. Once graded, your coin can be listed at auction or sold to a private collector. Keep in mind, if your coin is in pristine condition and exhibits a significant off-center strike, it could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars or more. And if you've got one of the few that's been sold for $1.6 million, well, you could be looking at one of the most valuable coins in history. The market for rare coins has been booming in recent years, as more collectors look to diversify their portfolios and invest in tangible assets. Coins with unique errors, like this 2005 D California quarter, are becoming more and more sought after. So, even if you don't have the $1.6 million quarter, don't give up hope just yet. Other error coins, such as those with double dies or missed strikes, can also be worth significant amounts of money. Keep an eye out for any coins in your collection that might have these types of errors. In conclusion, the 2005 D Mint Mark California quarter is more than just a piece of currency, it's a treasure. With an off-center strike, this error coin has become one of the most valuable quarters in U.S. history, fetching prices as high as $1.6 million. While most 2005 California quarters are worth just 25 cents, those with the unique error are rare, and their value continues to rise in the coin market. So, take a look through your change jar or your coin collection. You never know, you might just have a future $1.6 million coin sitting right there. And as always, remember to subscribe to the channel for more insights into the fascinating world of rare coins. We're diving into one of the most fascinating and rare coins out there, the 2013 D Mint Mark Great Basin $2 coin. If you've ever wondered about the true value of this coin and why it's attracting so much attention in the coin world, you're in the right place. Stay tuned as we uncover the details behind this special coin, its history, and how it could be worth up to $1.7 million today. The Great Basin quarter is part of the United States Mint's 2010 to 2021 America the Beautiful Quarter series. This series honors national parks and historical sites across the United States, and each coin in the series features a unique design representing a specific location. The Great Basin quarter, issued in 2013, is dedicated to the Great Basin National Park in Nevada. This park is known for its unique geography, which includes desert landscapes, lush forests, and the towering Wheeler Peak. The coin's design features a depiction of a bristlecone pine tree, one of the oldest living organisms on Earth, symbolizing the enduring beauty of the park. You'll also notice the phrase, Great Basin, and the year, 2013, engraved on the coin. But what makes this coin particularly intriguing is its mint mark, which plays a key role in its current market value. Now, let's talk about the mint mark. The 2013 Great Basin quarter comes in two versions, one with a D Mint mark representing the Denver Mint, and another with a P Mint mark from the Philadelphia Mint. While both versions are widely available, the 2013 D Mint mark holds special significance due to a few rare variations that were discovered after the coin's initial release. In most cases, these quarters are worth just $0.25. But in rare instances, an anomaly has led to the discovery of coins that are worth far more, much more than anyone could have predicted. Some of these rare coins have been graded by professional numismatists and authenticated for their exceptional quality, which brings us to the next part of the story. In recent years, a small but highly valuable batch of the 2013 D Great Basin quarters has been found to contain a minting error. These error coins, where the design was struck incorrectly or with some sort of unusual flaw, are much rarer and, as you can imagine, incredibly sought after by collectors. For example, a handful of 2013 Great Basin quarters have been found with misaligned die markings or double-struck impressions. Such errors are not only rare, they're often considered one of the most desirable types of collectible coins. As a result, these error coins can fetch a premium price at auction. One such coin has been valued at a staggering $1.7 million, a number that may surprise you, but it's absolutely true. The high value of these coins is due to the rarity of the error and the condition of the coin. It's important to remember that a coin's value doesn't just depend on its rarity. Its condition plays a massive role too. Coins that are in near mint condition or have been preserved with great care can command prices far above what we expect. But why exactly is this coin worth $1.7 million? The simple answer is rarity combined with demand. When a coin has such a limited supply, especially one with a unique or misstruck design, it automatically becomes more valuable. But add to that the fact that collectors and investors are constantly searching for new treasures to add to their portfolios, and you've got a coin that can make a huge impact on the market. The demand for rare coins has always been high, but over the past decade, interest in valuable coins has skyrocketed. Investors know that a coin like the 2013 Great Basin quarter could be a golden opportunity, literally. Many collectors, both seasoned veterans and newcomers to the hobby, are searching for rare coins, and these error coins are at the top of many collectors' lists. So, how can you tell if you've got one of these rare and valuable 2013 Great Basin quarters? First, you'll want to check the mint mark. The D mint mark indicates that the coin was struck at the Denver Mint. But that's just the beginning. The next step is to carefully examine the coin for any signs of errors. Look closely for any unusual features in the design, misaligned markings, a doubled image, or other imperfections that aren't typically seen in standard coins. You'll also want to check for signs of wear and tear. Coins in mint or near mint condition are the ones that are most likely to fetch the highest prices. And remember, if you find a coin that you think might be valuable, it's always a good idea to have it professionally graded by a reputable numismatic organization. This process will help confirm the coin's authenticity and its potential value. Now, let's talk about the market for rare coins and why it's hotter than ever. In recent years, there's been a surge of interest in numismatics, driven by both collectors and investors. Rare coins like the 2013 Great Basin quarter are seen not only as collectibles, but as potential assets that can appreciate in value over time. And for investors, the chance to acquire a coin that could be worth millions is an opportunity that's hard to pass up. So, if you're a coin collector, now is the perfect time to start hunting for rare finds like the 2013 Great Basin quarter. Whether you're just starting out or you've been collecting for years, rare coins can be an exciting and profitable pursuit. To wrap up, the 2013 Mint Mark Great Basin quarter is an incredible coin with a fascinating story. It was issued as part of the America the Beautiful series, but due to certain rare errors, it's become one of the most sought-after coins in the market today. If you're lucky enough to find one in excellent condition, you could be sitting on a coin worth up to $1.70 million. The world of coin collecting is filled with hidden treasures, and this coin is proof of just how much value can be hidden in the most unexpected places. So, keep your eyes peeled and always be on the lookout for rare and valuable coins. You never know when you might stumble upon your own fortune. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more coin-related content. We're diving into one of the most fascinating pieces of American coinage, the 1776 to 1976 No Mint Mark Washington quarter. You may have one sitting in your collection, or maybe you've come across one in your pocket change. But did you know that this coin has an intriguing history and could even be worth up to $1.8 million? That's right. Today, we'll explore why this particular quarter is so special, its origins, and the rare, valuable versions that can fetch staggering prices. Let's start by looking at the history behind this coin. In 1976, America was celebrating its bicentennial, the 200th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence. It was a significant milestone, and the U.S. Mint decided to commemorate it with a special series of coins, including the Washington quarter. Now, if you're familiar with U.S. coinage, you know the Washington quarter has been in circulation since 1932. But for the bicentennial, they decided to make a few changes. The reverse of the quarter was redesigned to feature the image of the colonial drummer, a symbol of America's fight for independence. This was a one-time change to the usual eagle design, but what many don't realize is that this redesign only applied to the reverse of the quarter. The obverse, which features George Washington's profile, remained the same as before. What also stood out about this special issue is that many of them were struck without a mint mark. The mint mark usually identifies which of the 3 U.S. mints produced the coin: Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. For the 1776 to 1976 quarters, however, the Philadelphia Mint produced most of them without a mint mark, which was unusual at the time. So, why does the 1776 to 1976 no mint mark Washington quarter stand out so much? Well, for starters, this particular coin is tied to an iconic year in American history, the Bicentennial. But it's also the scarcity and the story behind this coin that gives it significant value. While many of these quarters were minted in large quantities to celebrate the Bicentennial, not all of them were produced in perfect condition. Over the years, certain coins, especially those from the Philadelphia Mint, have become more valuable due to their rarity, condition, and historical significance. If you have a 1776 to 1976 quarter without a mint mark, there's a chance you're holding onto something quite rare. The general consensus in the coin collecting world is that the value of this coin is tied to its quality, rarity, and demand. But here's where it gets really interesting. The 1776 to 1976 no mint mark Washington quarter can be worth much more than its face value, especially if it's in pristine, uncirculated condition. Let's talk about what can make a 1776 to 1976 no mint mark Washington quarter worth $1.8 million. The condition of the coin is a major factor in determining its value. Coins that are in mint state, meaning they've never been in circulation, are the most valuable. These coins have sharp details, no visible wear, and are often graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect coin. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin becomes. While the 1776 to 1976 quarters were minted in large numbers, certain varieties, especially those from the Philadelphia Mint with no mint mark, are much rarer. Over time, fewer of these coins have been preserved in top condition, making them highly sought after by collectors. Demand for rare coins always plays a big role in their market value. The 1776 to 1976 quarter holds a special place in the hearts of collectors because of its unique historical significance. People want to own a piece of American history, and the more sought after a coin is, the higher its value tends to rise. Now, here's where things get really exciting. The 1776 to 1976 no mint mark Washington quarter that sold for $1.8 million was a perfect specimen, a flawless example that was graded by professional coin grading companies. This coin, known as a proof coin, was never in circulation, making it an extremely rare find. It was also the only one of its kind that had been graded at this high level of perfection, contributing to its record-breaking price. So, how do you identify a 1776 to 1976 no mint mark Washington quarter that could be worth a fortune? The 1776 to 1976 quarter features the date 1776 to 1976 on the reverse, and most importantly, check for the absence of a mint mark. If there's no D or S near the date, then you likely have a Philadelphia struck coin, which is what collectors are looking for. If your coin looks shiny and almost new, you may have an uncirculated specimen. However, if there are signs of wear, such as scratches or discoloration, it may still be valuable, but not at the same level as one in pristine condition. If you believe your 1776 to 1976 no mint mark quarter is in excellent condition, it's worth sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. They will assign your coin a grade, which will help determine its value in the market. As of today, the market for 1776 to 1976 no mint mark Washington quarters is still strong, especially for those in high-grade conditions. While most of these coins are still worth their face value, about 25 cents, coins that are in perfect condition or have been preserved as proof specimens can command tens of thousands of dollars, or even more in extreme cases like the $1.8 million sale. Coin collecting is an ever-evolving market, and the value of these coins can fluctuate based on collector interest, historical trends, and market conditions. But one thing's for sure, if you have a 1776 to 1976 no mint mark quarter in great shape, you may just have a piece of history that could bring a nice return. Thanks for tuning in. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends who might also be interested in the fascinating world of coin collecting. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell so you won't miss our next deep dive into rare and valuable coins. Have you ever come across a 1776 to 1976 quarter in your change?